guys, it's Yatunde here, and in this video I'm happy to introduce you to Distope Amp 21, Arturia's virtual recreation of a classic distortion pedal known for its gritty analog sound. Let's dive into its features to see what it can bring to your sound. The hardware that inspired Distope Amp 21 became widely known throughout the 90s thanks to its ease of use and versatile sound. With its unique sound signature and versatility and its very straightforward feature set, it quickly gained recognition among musicians, producers, and mixers seeking that amped sound without hassle. Its circuitry was designed to sound great with almost any configuration, while its compact size allowed it to be used on stage when plugged directly into a PA system, or in the studio when looking for additional warmth and color during sessions. Before we dive into its functions, let's listen to how it sounds when applied to various sound sources. The front panel design is very simple to use. In the top left corner, the menu allows you to save, import, and export presets, as well as resize the plugin window. The main panel offers 6 sound shaping controls, the mode section with 4 different modes to choose from, including a new modern mode, as well as the character section with 8 different EQ settings. On top of that, there's the oversampling quality section, as well as A/B functions and advanced panel, which we will cover later on. The main controls you'll use are the drive, presence, high, and output level, as well as the added dry-wet control. Drive control defines how much distortion is applied to the original signal. It's important to know that this control is gain compensated. Let's add it now and hear how it changes the tone of instruments. First, guitar. Then drums. And now bass. If you want to slightly change the response of the distortion in the upper mids and high frequencies, you can tweak the presence or high controls too. The former boosts the upper part of the frequency spectrum, while the latter acts as a low-pass filter, allowing you to cut out high parts of the frequency spectrum. Then we see the output control, which allows us to control the overall signal volume of the effect. You can use it to make sure your signal doesn't clip, or when you want to set a correct dry and wet balance. Finally, the dry-wet knob sets the balance between the dry and the distorted signal, allowing for parallel processing without needing an aux track. The mode section includes 3 original modes present in the hardware effect, adding the modern mode to complement it. Each of these modes replicates settings of various classic amp sounds. There is lead, which emulates Marshall-style preamps with an emphasis on the mids and top end, sounding like this. Then you can go with the normal setting, giving you a Mesa Boogie-style preamp setting with versatile and subtle EQ. Then there is the bass, which offers you more Fender and Ampeg-esque tones with less presence. And finally, the Arturia added Modern, which offers flat EQ with no coloration. This one will be great if you want to maintain as much of the original frequency spectrum as possible. The character section allows you to shape your sound with a wide variety of pre- and post-EQs and internal changes, mimicking the behavior of tubes and microphone placements. These are detailed emulations of the original hardware setting. Let's have a listen to a few of these to demonstrate their roles. The Mid Boost 1 slightly boosts the mid-range. Now, the Mid Boost 2 offers a higher mid-range boost. Lower drive adds more distortion to the low end. Clean Amp allows you to clean the overdrive when it's distorting heavily. Bright Switch boosts the treble. Vintage Tubes adds a tube-like sound. While Speaker Edge simulates placing the mic at the edge of the speaker, and the close miking places the mic close to the speaker. There are a number of new functions that we've added to make this useful effect even more interesting, which you'll find in the advanced panel. The filter offers low pass and high pass 24 dB slope filters, as well as 3 modes, full stereo, mid, and side, which allow you to treat the whole stereo field, the middle of the field, or the left and the right sides only. The curve switch applies a pre-emphasis curve to the signal prior to the distortion module. Now, let's hear how the filter sounds. A post-EQ distortion is available for sculpting the sound in more depth. This section is based on Arturia's own Pultec style EQ. The EQ points are clickable and draggable. You can left click to change the frequencies or right click to change the Q of the selected band. Values of a point, for example, frequency, Q, and level, are displayed at the bottom of the screen and can be edited by dragging up and down. This feature will be great when using the effect on a bus track or when looking for additional sound sculpting flexibility after saturation is applied. Let's now hear an example of the treatment with and without the EQ engaged. Okay, that's really it. Hopefully this tutorial showed you the ins and outs of Distop Amp 21 and inspired you to try it for yourself. For more educational video content, make sure to leave a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel. Thanks for watching and see you soon.